So hello guys, welcome to javaisawesome, and in this video we can develop a register page using the Spring Boot plus MySQL database and a Spring Boot MVC. So in that we are going to use a Spring Boot MVC, MySQL and JPA with the Spring tag library. Okay, so a Spring tag library is very important. With the help of that we are going to develop our registration page and we can store the register user in our database also. So let's start now. So our requirement will look like this. So we are going to develop one register page. It will look like that: first name, last name, email, gender, which is radio button, course is drop down, and timing is checkbox, and this is the register button. Once you click on the register button, we are going to redirect to this page, which is success page, and here we can display hi username, and then registration is completed successfully. We'll talk to you later. Okay, so this is the requirements we are going to develop in this video. So let's say start now. So I'm going to just create one project which is a Spring Boot. Okay, so let's go to the file. Okay, let's go to the files, new. Okay, let me close it. Okay, so let's go to the files. Okay, new, others, Spring as starter project. So a Spring as starter project, select the Spring as starter project, give the project name which is a Spring Boot 07 user registers. Okay, and this is the com.app package, everything is fine. Go to the next, select, we need Lombok, we need a Spring Data JPA, we need MySQL driver, we need DevTools, we need a Spring Web, we need Jasper, so we can collect from the previous project. Go to the next and just finish it. Okay, our project is created here, user registered. In the user register project, what we are going to do is we need Jasper dependency, so we can collect the Jasper dependency. Let me close those pages. Okay, so let's collect the Jasper dependency. So Tomcat Jasper Maven dependency, go to here, which is from the Maven repository, and we can collect it. So open the latest one. So it's saying Apache Tomcat embedded Jasper, okay, or embedded Jasper, anything. Okay, otherwise in my latest project I have already added those dependencies. So open it, go to the pom.xmls. Okay, embedded Jasper, I think embedded Jasper. Okay, little bit my system is slow. So if you go here, you can see the dependency called org Apache Tomcat embedded Jasper. So this dependency only we can collect it. Okay, Tomcat embedded Jaspers. Okay, so let's go and collected this dependency. So copy this dependency and paste your application. Otherwise from here itself also you can copy it and go to your applications, close this another dependency, and go to the pom.xml. Okay, and in the pom.xml go to the dependency tags. Okay, and inside this dependencies tag you can add your version is not required, it automatically maintained by our Spring Boot. Okay. So this line is also required, so just remove it. Okay, done. It will download our Jasper dependency also. Next things what we have to do is, we are adding a Jasper only for the rendering a JSP page. If you not add it, it will just download your page, so that is not good way. Okay, so that's why we have done it. Next thing is we need to communicate with the database, so we need DB connections also. So for that we can go to the our last project. Okay, and from that we can collect our properties details, which is this is the database source properties. Copy it and come back to our project and go to the resources, go to the application.properties. This is the repeated things we are doing every time, and paste it. This is the database we are using, so this is the same database we are going to use. So if I use my MySQL DB or MySQL workbench, okay, then you can see this database is already available. Okay, so I will open those database also, but little bit. Next thing is I need to configure some Hibernate properties like auto details. Okay, so those we can configure also here. Oh, it's not showing. So we can write here spring dot jpa dot hibernate auto ddl equal to update, and spring dot jpa dot show sqls is just true, so that we can see the queries which is created by our application. Let's open the our MySQL's workbench. Just open it. Okay, now next thing is let's learn just run our project and see it's working properly or not. So before going to do that, I'm going to print some message in my main class. So I'm going to main class, and here I will write one message. Application started. App started. Okay, right click on your project and let's see your database connectivity is happened properly or not. If it is not happened, then it will give the exception. If it is already happened, then we can't get any exception, it will work properly. Okay, so our application is started. Let's see. So it's saying like app is started, so it means our configuration is done, everything is fine. Okay, let's open our MySQL DB. Okay, and this is the same properties, which is DB and user ID and password we have. Okay, so we have connected with that. Okay, so in that we can create some this is the database we are using. So in this database, if you see, we have only one table, employee table. So we are going to create one more tables called users, because we are doing to register the users. Okay, let's close all those property now and let's develop our applications. So I am going to create first I will create my register page. Okay, so I will go to the src main, and inside the main I will create my web app folders. Okay, folder web app. Inside the web app I will create my folders called view. Okay, views, and inside the views I will create my JSP page, which is register.jsp. So this is the JSP, and one more views page we need, which is success.jsp. So let me create those also. Success. Now JSP success success.jsp. This is the two page I need. So how can I develop register page? You already know guys very well. in the last video. First things, we have to use the tag library, a Spring tag library. So if you use the Spring tag library, what we have to add, tag lib directory we have to add here at the top of our JSP page. Okay, so what we can write here, control space double time, click on tag lib directive, and here select the forms, and here select the prefix as a forms. That's it. Okay, next thing is, this is the forms. So what we have to do, we have to write h1 tag user register or register users. Okay, this is the page. Okay, inside the register users we need one form colon form. Okay, and inside the forms we can provide actions. Okay, so what is the actions? It will going to save the users. This endpoint we are going to call. What is the methods? So we are going to post these methods, okay, which is post mapping. And what is the model attribute? Here we required a model attribute, which is nothing but users. Our form is ready. Inside the forms we have to develop some input field. So what we can write, just write table. Okay, table. Inside the table tag we can write multiple tr tag. Okay, multiple tr tag, and in the one tr tag we can write one input field inside the td. Okay, inside the td what we can write, the first input field we are going to take first name. Okay, first name, and into the next td what we are going to take, we are going to take one input field. Okay, so in this input field what we have to write, we have to write form colon what we need, input field we need. So we can write input field, and what is the path, first name. The path is nothing but entity class object name, which is going to come here as a object. Okay, so we have to create the first name. This is the input field we have created. We need one more input field, which is nothing but what, last name. Paste it here. We need one more field called email. So this is called last name. Here we can write last name. Here we can write email. Okay, and give the name called email. This is the forms we are going to create. Next thing is, what we need, one more input field for the gender. Okay, so we are going to take the gender also. So in the gender what we have to take, we have to take as a radio button. So if you see here the gender, it's a radio button, male and females. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a radio button for that. Okay, how can I create the radio button? So just paste it here. Okay, and this is called gender, and inside the genders we are going to write radio button. So remove it, and in this td we are going to write multiple radio button. So what we write, we write form colon radio buttons. Okay, and path we can give what, which is gender. Okay, gender. In the same way we need one more, which is male or female, and here also we need value. So we can provide the value is nothing but male, and here we can say male. Okay, just copy this particular radio button and paste it here, and this is nothing but female, female, or this is also female, female, gender is female. Okay, fine. Next thing is what we need, next thing is course. So in the course also we need a drop down. Okay, and in the same way we need a select button, each and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one. Okay, and after the tiers I will paste it, and I will give the name called course, and inside the course we are going to write multiple TD. Okay, so this is the main TD. Inside the TD we are going to take one form select, form colon select field, and here we can pass the course which is going to provide in our entity class. Okay, and inside this select we can provide multiple option. Okay, so how we can provide the form colon options. In the options we can pass the value. The first time is empty, but name we can give like select, and from next options we can write some course name. What are the course we are going to learn? So for example Java, so here we can write Java. Okay, if you are going to write Spring Boot, so here also Spring Boot we can pass. If you are going to learn maybe display some button called Hibernate, or maybe something called PHP, then pass here course called PHP or Python, whatever forms you want to display you can write it here. Okay, our form is ready and our option is also ready. Okay, next what we have to do, and it will compare with the course also, that is also fine. Next thing is we need some checkbox for the timings. This requirement, timing for morning, evening or night, so we need a checkbox. So for that also we can copy one tier. Okay, go down, and at the end tier we can write this is the timing. What is the course timing, which one, in which time you are interested. So inside the TD we can write some checkbox, and we can pass the value, each and everything. Okay, so let's write it. So form colon checkbox. Okay, and in this checkbox we can pass our timing. Okay, and timing, and also we can pass the value which is morning. Okay, so value equal to morning. Here we can give the morning. This is the first checkbox. Let's give the same checkbox for the second one, third checkbox 3 times. So path will be same, whatever you select it will go. And this is evening, and this is evening, this is night, this is also night. So this is the timing. Next what we need one button. Okay, so we can create one more tier. Okay, and inside this tier we can write our button inside the TD. We are following proper table, no doubt in that. Okay, In this we can write one button, and button is nothing but register, and type is what? Submit. Type is what? Submit. So we are providing a type as a submit. Our button is also ready. Okay, any other things do we need? I don't think. Okay, our form is ready. Okay, we have to create the landing page to go to the register.jsp page. So for that we can create one controllers. So before going to create controllers, I'm going to create one entity class, okay, which is user entity, and let's give the entity, okay, and just finish. Our user entity class is created. Let me stop my applications. Okay, here I'm going to decide my what are the fields name I have taken in the register page. Same thing I will provide here also. Okay, like first name, last name, email, gender, mail, course, all those things, same thing we have to provide in our entity class. Okay, so let's write down. So private int id we need. Id should be primary key because of the JPA. So this is the id. @ id. Next is generated value we need. So generated value is what? A strategy we can provide identity. Okay, and next field, this is the primary key value. Next field is private string first name, private string last name, private string gender, email, private string course or gender, private string course, and private string. It should be array because they will select multiple checkbox. So because of we are selecting as a array, string array, which is timing. Okay, so this is the timing. So the same field name we have given in the register.jsp, you have to do the cross verification, email, gender, course, timing. Okay, all should be same, then only it will work. So we have created all those fields. Now just create the entity method, entity annotate this class. We need to annotate table name. So we can write name is user details, okay, and next thing is what we can annotate @data. This is the three annotations which we have to provide. So it will generate the setter getter method, constructor, entity will create the object for that, and also store in the database. It will do the mapping with the tables, and this is the tables which is the user details. Correct? Next things, go to the create one more for the repository to save the data into database. So we can create repository, 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 give the package called repo, create it. It's not a class, it's a interface, and extend the JP repository or CRUD repository. Okay, so JP repository, pass your user entity class, and the parent of every classes integer string serializable. Okay, done. Our repository is also done. Now we need to generate our controllers. So go create a class, change the package name, controller, give the name called user controller, create it, annotate this class as a controllers. Okay, this is the main things we have to do. Sometimes we face issue because of that. So class is controllers. Now load the page. So while loading a page, what we have to do? We have to send the register page. So public string get register page, register page, and return from here register just page name, not extension, registr. Okay, this is the get mapping, and it should be called with the slash itself. While loading a page itself, this call will happen. And while loading a page, we have to send model object. Okay, so models. Okay, in the model we have to send one empty object which is key value pair, which is nothing but users object, which is empty user object for the mapping. So we can say new user entity object, and we have added in the model, and we have sent this user object to the register page. So mapping will happen properly. Okay, and what are the data we are going to enter in that JSP page? Those will map easily with that. Okay, and then after, if you submit, it will go to the save users. So let's open the save user, create the save user method also. So public string save or register user, register users, and we need this method as a post mapping slash save users. It will come. If register is successful, then we can return the page which is success page, correct? And we can take the data as a user entity object, user entity, which is nothing but users, and in the model class we have to add some data, and we have to send to the UI in the success page. Okay, so what is the message? So first step is add user in DB. This is the first step. So create the repository object here. So private user repository, okay, and auto add it, so we can get the object, and with the help of the user repository we can call the same methods, and we can send our user entity object. It will save into the DB. Now if it return user is saved into the DB successfully, then what we can do? We can check if user entity not equal to null, then what we have to do? We have to send some message to the page. What is the message? So message is something called a string message equal to hello. User name we have to concatenate. So user dot get first name, plus little bit space plus user dot get last name. Okay, and this value we have to send to the page. So add attribute, key value pairs, msg, and here we can send those messages. So it will go to that page after saving the user successfully. Okay. So what we have to do next? So next thing is we are storing our view files into the folder called where we are storing our data. If you go down into the main web app view, so how we can represent is those representation we have to do into the application.properties files. So we have to create some view prefix and suffix. So slash views slash dot JSP. So it will go to the JSP. So configuration is done. Let's try to run your applications. Okay. Let's try to run your application and we can test it how it's behaving. So table is created. You can see here in the consoles. Go to the browsers. Write localhost. We are running on the default port number 8080. Enter. So once you enter, it will give you the register.jsp page by default because it's running on the 8080. So we got here register page, first name, last name, email, gender, course, timing. What you can do, you can enter your details, for example Prince. Here let's give name called Kumar, give the email called prince40cs@gmail.com, give the mail, select the Spring Boot project, morning or evening times, and inspect it in the inspect mode so that we can see the calls, how data is going. So go to the network tab, click on register page. Once you click on the register, it's going to the save users and it's calling the save user page and it's sending the data also here, Prince, Kumar, this data, mail, Spring Boot, morning time, evening times is on. Okay, and it's sending the preview response also, so there is no response. Okay, because maybe we have not created the response as of now. Response page we have not added properly. So we are sending the data. Go to the database, try to refresh your DB. Okay, here you can see user details table is created. And if you open the user details table, you can see one Spring Boot, Prince Kumar. This is the details which we have inserted. Okay, so we have not designed the success page properly here. So go to the success page. Here we can write H1. Okay, and we can print the message. So $MSG, which is coming from the backend. Next thing is H3, registrations completed successfully. Registration completed successfully. Okay, next thing is what we have to do. We will talk you later, so we can go with the p tags. Will talk to you later. We need to go to the back page also, again register page, so we can give one anchor tag here and go back. Okay, here we can give href, and in the href we can provide it what slash. That's it. So I hope it's automatically loaded, or maybe it's not loaded also. So what you can do is just stop your applications, okay, and again try to run your applications. Okay, go to the database, refresh the tables. You can see only one records are there, which is previous records. This one is blob data it's storing because of we have inserted as a string array, which is timing. Okay, let's go to the page. Application is started. Go to this one, pending page, register page. So it's came to register page. Clear all those things. Enter the new name Ajit, last name Dubey, and email is ajit@gmail.com. His mail, he want to learn Java, morning timing, register it. Once he click on the register, we are able to see here, hello, Ajit Dubey, register completed successfully, we'll talk to you later, go back. And again we come back to this page. If you see the save users, this is the endpoints we are calling, and this is the payload which we are sending while calling this endpoint, and this is the preview, this is the response which we are getting also. Okay, let's go to the database and let's refresh this page. You can see the second record is stored, which is Ajit. Okay, so I hope guys you understood how we have developed this course. One by one line of the code I have shown you. Okay, let me do one more operations, and because data I want to store Kumar, he is something called because@gmail.com. we can add the validations also. I'm not adding. E-learning the PHP night time, register it. It's register because Kumar. Go to the database, just cross verify it. PHP because Kumar, because male, female, all those data are stored properly in the DB. Okay, and we are getting this page also, which is successfully page also. If you want to change the colors also, you can change it. Okay, and we can do all those operations, whatever the operations you want to do. Okay, I hope guys you understood how to do the registrations with the help of form tag library. The main motive is this one, form tag library of Spring MVC. Okay, Spring MVC, it's coming from the Spring MVC form tags library, and in the every tags we are using the forms. In the last video I have explained you all those things, but in this video I'm just defining all those things and I'm showing you. Okay, so I hope you understood how to develop all those things. Okay, thank you so much.